Well, we got 4 acres of a large pond out here, and I want to make sure the fish stay healthy. Got a lot of pollen and algae out in the water, and doing some research on YouTube and stuff, and hearing horror stories about fish kills and algae and oxygenation and all that kind of stuff. So I decided to go with a couple of bubblers out in the lake. Here we're going out and checking the depths, because you need to size these things according to how much water volume you got and how deep it is and all that. So over here to the right side, it's about 7.5 feet, and Casey's out there in the rowboat with one oar, and he's checking the depths. Right there in that stump that's sticking up, it's about 4.5, 5 feet, and over to the right of that, it was ranging from 7.5 to 12 feet. That was the deepest part, was 12. Going over to the left where he's headed now, it ranges from 5 down to 4, down to about 3.5 at the shoreline. He's picking up some floating branches that broke off during some wind that we had a few days ago. So what I got was a 3/4 horsepower pump and 2 diffusers and a couple of 100 feet of weighted hose. These are the diffusers. There's 2 of those on the metal stainless steel plates, and they sink to the bottom, but I wanted to put them on cedar blocks so they stay up off the muck. There's the 3/4 horse motor, rocking arm style. We're putting in a 4x4 post for the power. We want to put it about, we're probably 10, 12 feet from the shoreline. We're putting the hoses through a PVC pipe and going to bury it in that trench so it doesn't get hurt by anybody running over it with a tractor or mower or something. So the hoses are going from the water into the PVC pipe onto a platform that we created there. And we got the plug there, and the power is going all the way back to to one of our outbuildings. This is the base of a box that actually covers the unit, because apparently the units don't like getting wet. So they're protected, and they've got vents at each end, so the heat that's producing by the pump doesn't all get, compressed inside the unit. There's the lid, where you can see the round vent on each end, and there's the pump. We level it and put it on some tile plates, plugged it in. We tested it at the shallow end here to see if it worked, and it did, of course. Casey's putting on the 300-foot hose that goes to the deep end, way over to the right. And now he's going out into the boat. He's going to place this one diffuser out into the shallow end and see what we get. We marked them with, in case we had to do any kind of maintenance in the future, we marked them with duck decoys. They float above it, so if we ever have to pull them up, we know where they're at. This particular day, obviously, as you can see, the water, it was a calm day. There was no wind, which is very nice. You didn't have to fight the wind while he was rowing. It's only about 3.5, 4 feet right about where he's at. Get a little breeze on this day. This is a different day. And the wind is blowing towards the shore, which is good because he lost his oar and didn't have any way of maneuvering in any direction. There's the oar you can see to the right of him. Luckily, it blew into shore, and we retrieved it, and he went back out and continued placing the hose. You can see with the trees and the water ripples that there was a little bit of breeze fighting him this day. This is the shallow end. The bubblers are working with the decoy in place, so we know where it's at in case we have to pull it up and do some maintenance on it at some future time. This is the boat dock deck, basically, that we're redoing. It wasn't level, it had some rotted wood, so we're going to reinforce that, level it up, and put some nice new top plates on it. You can see in the distance there the deep end bubbler. And this is the finished product. We got the trench backfilled, power's going to it, the cover's back on the unit, and we set the timer back at the outbuilding where the circuit breaker and everything is, and where the power is coming from for this unit. Wasn't that hard, but it took some time.